Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Three Essential Questions. If you've seen this before, you know my spiel. We do this every Thursday morning, and then we record it, and we share it on social media. We ask the same three essential questions to every guest on our show every week, and it's been very exciting to hear everybody's answers. I'm Pam Myers with Pam Myers Social Media. My co-host is Erica Yoakum with Virtual Personal Assistant. And our guest today is Cory with the Cumbre Brewing Company. And we are so excited to have you. We love your beer, Cory. So welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. So the first question is, what have you learned about yourself during this whole COVID pandemic?
Well, that's so much. Personally, I've learned that I like to keep busy, and I've started I don't know, 7 more hobbies that I didn't have before all of this. I started playing that, which I was never interested in before. I built a shed, so I like to keep myself busy, which it's when you have a little time. I didn't really realize that about myself, but it's been kind of fun to explore new creative outlets. But as far as the Cumbre goes, I've sort of learned that our business is very resilient, and our industry is very resilient, which is kind of great. So,
yeah.
Well, I see all the memes go by on Facebook and things like that about, the only way we're going to make it through this is with alcohol. And so I would think that in a situation like this, we're joking, but we're not. In fact, a close friend of mine has created this every Friday night. It's a virtual happy hour, and it's got quite the following now of folks, and it's called We're Drinking Alone Together. Because we're all in our little places, sure. and we have to share what we're drinking. And yes, I have shared yours.
Oh, thank
you. This is my favorite beer right here. I'm spoiling myself today. And I think that it's not a coping mechanism, but it's just being able to relax and still have friends and talk and have that camaraderie and. Hey, we can still have a beer together, even if you're there and I'm here.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's been great. And there's actually one within the beer community that's very similar to that. It's the COVID canteen is what we call it. So, yeah, that's pretty fun. It was awkward at first, but as the months have gone on, it's just sort of normal now, which is
right. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, the first few events were kind of like everybody just like white knuckling it. What are we gonna do? What's going on? What's the whole bit? Now it's yeah, right. And now it's like hey, everybody knows your name. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So no, it's been good. It's been interesting. The beer industry, it's been sort of weird for us because you say we're all kind of coping with alcohol. We've had record distribution weeks, but we're still down in profits. It's super strange to be in a position where one part of the business is doing really well because we distribute to all the grocery stores and liquor stores and stuff, but then a whole other side of your business is just totally flat, dead, not doing anything.
Wow. Scary place to be.
A little weird, but we're doing all right, and most of the breweries in Albuquerque are kind of doing okay, which is great. So the community support has been amazing. We've asked for help, and people have come out and helped. So
good.
That's amazing. That's very cool to hear. That's very cool to hear. And I guess that's about supporting the mom and pop, the local place, that type of thing. Where I think Albuquerque's really good at that.
Albuquerque's very good at that. Yeah, I think
we got a soccer team. Oh, we're gonna just woo.
Really gonna go full into it.
Yeah, we go full tilt towards.
Albuquerque's really good at that. I think it's part of the culture. To be honest, I've lived in other states, and there's nowhere. And I moved back because there's really nowhere else that even has a culture, let alone a culture of inclusivity and locality and
Yeah,
supporting
yeah.
local people, which is great. So
That's amazing. So how have you guys responded to this situation? What have you changed up?
Being a brewery, there's not a, like when the state says, okay, you have to shut down your tap rooms, there's no getting around that. It's just like, okay, well, we'll shut down. Luckily, we've been able to, throughout all of this, sell beer, out of our tap room, just out of like a to-go counter, and like, with the 6 feet apart, the lines and stuff like that. So that's been really great. We have our distribution arm, which we'll say it's a foresight, I guess, but in reality, it's just sort of the business model that we had. And that's been a saving grace because we have cans and they are available in grocery stores. A lot of breweries don't have that, and those are the ones that are kind of hurting a little bit more right now.
Mm-hmm.
But no, and we've also started to do, at the very beginning, it was kind of an abrupt stop. It was said, okay, this is,
Yeah.
like, okay, you have to stop now. And it's, so in a brewery setting, beer isn't made like we make it yesterday and it's available today. We make it today and it's available 2, 3, 4 weeks down. So
think about
we
that.
have our
Right.
projections, and we say, okay, we're going to need this much beer, and all of these, we're on tap in something like 500 restaurants. All of a sudden, all these restaurants have to shut down, and so they're not ordering, but we have the beer. So we have to kind of get creative to say, okay, what are we going to do with this? A lot of it actually got sent to local distilleries to be turned into hand sanitizer.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Seriously?
so,
I could have gotten La Cumbre hand
yeah,
sanitizer.
we actually had, we have a beer called Father Nelson. We didn't release it this year because all of it got turned into hand sanitizer, and that was fully donated to the Navajo Nation, that batch actually. So a lot of our beer a lot of the extra stuff, it was just like, it's just gonna go bad. Beer doesn't keep. So getting over that logistical hurdle of, okay, how do we, and then going forward, how do you project for the unknown? It's been kind of weird, to say the least.
This is my favorite part of this show, is hearing how people adapt. This is like, and like, of course, you've got vats of yeast sitting there that
exactly.
are just going to continue doing their
thing.
They
Exactly. They're going to continue living, and they're going to continue doing their thing, and we can't necessarily use it,
Right.
So,
but you can't walk away from it because
you're
gonna come back and like,
it's
I
a
don't even know
significant
what would be
investment,
living
right?
there.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's been weird. We've also sort of gone heavy on special releases.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of like one-time releases. They're only available in cans at our tap room. Like, you have to come, and those have been wild because we really tapped into a vein there for a second. I think it was because people wanted something to do.
Right.
And we have lines. We still do. We have lines starting at our tap room that go all the way down the street and around the corner. Half-mile long lines. Which is just has been wild, almost viral, I guess.
Wow.
So,
yeah. And you have a new release that you're doing with Project Dank, right?
Yeah, that's coming up this Friday. Yeah. And then we actually have another one the next Friday. So yeah, we've been trying to hit almost every Friday with something special that people can look forward to.
That's
and keeping the artwork creative and all that. So
right.
Brilliant pivot. That's really that's great.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So how do and you have a patio, right? So
we have a patio. Yeah, that's another thing too. The city has been pretty good about kind of clearing up bureaucracy, I guess, in that sense. So the patio, after a certain point, the patios were allowed to be reopened, and it was something at 25%, or maybe it was 50% in the patio. But they also said you can extend your patio if you want. So we were allowed to extend our patios at both locations, and add an extra, 15 seats at each place, which has been great. And the best part about it was, so, you know, you have to send the permits in and you have to get the fire marshal out. It took like a day to get all of it pushed through. So they were really good about really expediting the process so that just to help restaurants and breweries out. So yeah, that's been huge. If without those extended patios, our tap rooms would be hurting. But because of that and because of our distribution program, we haven't had to furlough anybody. We haven't had to lay anybody off. It's been kind of nice.
Wow.
Oh, good. That's wonderful. Yeah.
Fantastic.
How many people can your patio seat? Now I know you with both.
Oh gosh, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. I don't even want to give you a number because I really don't know.
No, yeah. Okay.
But now we're allowed to go 25% inside as well. So that's actually, you know, quite a help as well.
Right. Especially since this weather went crazy on us and we went
Oh man, right? What was that about?
It'll be 85 degrees on Saturday. So
yeah, it's so weird.
Welcome to New Mexico.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. So what does the future look like on the other side of this, Cory?
I think hopefully back to normal. I do think that there's some takeaways that we can say, okay, that's a kind of a good idea, like the extra sanitation. I mean, that's always really great. And just the ability to kind of pivot, like we were just talking about, like keeping that in mind, like, okay, what's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? And how are we going to deal with it? Now that we have some experience dealing with a situation like this, the next time something comes up, we'll kind of feel a little bit more ready, I think. But yeah, hopefully just back to normal. A huge part of the brewing community is simply just having a beer with a friend. And that's what makes it so popular. That's why people love it so much, is it's such a community focused experience. It's not just beer in a can, it's a community focused experience. And that's really missing right now. And I cannot wait to get that back. So yeah, hopefully just back to that. That would be great.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's brilliant having your own pandemic plan. Now that you get through it, you can say, you know, if the poo-poo hits the propeller again, this is what we do to get around it, you know, that type of thing.
I just saw a news article yesterday. I just saw the headline and it said, we've now entered the age of pandemics. And I'm just like, oh God, like I hope not.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah. Right.
We all hope not too.
Yeah.
I saw that the latest bingo card one said, okay, who pulled monsoon in September?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, it's been weird for everyone, but you know, it is what it is. You have to live through it, I guess.
How many adapt and grow? Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So how many beer flavors do you have?
So year round we have about 6. Well, 5, and then one that we're considering making a more permanent at this point. You know, everything from an IPA down to a stout and everything in between. And then there's hundreds of other beer flavors and beer styles, I guess it would be the correct terminology, from all over the world that we sort of experiment with all the time. Which is great. So on tap right now, I think we have, I just updated our tap list. Let me try to think. I think we have 12 different distinct beer styles on tap right now, which is great. It's a lot of fun.
Sorry.
So yeah, we always try, like we were talking about the Hefeweizen earlier. That is a very, very traditional Bavarian Hefeweizen. Like if you were to go to Bavaria, it would taste just like that. And we're very proud of that. You know, a lot of our lagers, if we're doing a German lager, we will import, you know, malts and hops from Europe, you know, from Germany. So it's as authentic as possible.
I love pouring my Hefeweizen and that it's like cream on the top of that thing.
Yep.
Just, oh my goodness. Oh,
yeah, it's called
go get me some.
That's called mit Hefe. It's a German term. That's what it's called when you get that big, thick, foamy head that lingers and lasts for a long time. It's great.
Yes, because it's like it's like cream. It's oh
And all the
delicious.
clove
Like
and
with a
clove
spoon.
and
Eat it with a spoon. It's so good.
yeah, the clove and banana flavors that come out of it. That's all from the yeast, So it's yeah, it's great. It's a great
I
beer.
know, right? I'm like, what time is it? Is it beer time?
Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock. Okay.
Whatever. We're in a pandemic. I can drink at 9:30.
Yeah, pandemic rules, right? So.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if folks want to reach out to you or find out more information, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah. So if you want to reach out to me personally, my email is Cory, Cory, at lacumbrebrewing.com. You can just search our La Cumbre Brewing on any of the social media pages, will come up. And then, yeah, that's it. I think they're all at La Cumbre Brewing, so it's pretty easy to find us online. If you do follow us on social media, that's generally where you're going to find out about new releases the soonest. We also have a monthly newsletter that you can sign up on our website if you wanted to get it that way as well, email wise. So
yeah,
very cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
And so and remind me, you've got 2 locations. One is like downtown. One is.
We have 2 locations. One's at Girard and Candelaria, kind of we call it the brewery district. It's the Palmer Brewing and Canteen and Red Door. They're all kind of right there. And that's where our actual brewery is. That's where our brewing operations are. And then we have one at Coors and Montano.
Yeah.
There's kind of a newer strip center there with the Sprouts in there. We're in there. Right there by the
accident, because I was like driving. I had not seen it. I'm driving up and I went, oh wait,
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so that's I'm particularly proud of that one because I did all the interior design in that one. So that was
wow,
very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yet another talent you have, huh?
Oh well, I don't know.
We'll have to go check out that location.
Yeah, right now I'm going to be going there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See,
I know that guy. So.
I know that guy.
Yeah. Well, Cory, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add, or
No, I don't know. I think we pretty much covered it. I'm just happy that you guys reached out to me to do this, to talk about our business. We love beer, and we really, really try to make the best possible. So I hope everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
Yes,
we do.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know that Beth is a big IPA fan. I was like, my husband accidentally bought me the IPA, and I was like, oh, it's the wrong one. But I know who will drink it. So beer exchange with Beth.
There you go.
Yeah. Beth is my wife, and so she is that's her favorite. Yeah, Project Dank.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, that IPA, I mean, it's so good. I'm not, like I was talking earlier, I'm not the biggest IPA fan, but gosh, that IPA is so good.
It is
so good. Anyway, as soon as we're allowed to, we should get a brewery tour going.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be terrific. Yeah, we will put that together. We'll be in touch.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome, Cory. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Of course. Yeah. No problem. Thank you for having me.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.